This is Mike Bloom, editor of William & Mary's Global Voices online newsletter, and today I'm talking to Casey Swann, who will be graduating in May with a double major in music and Italian. In this interview, I asked Casey about study abroad in Italy, designing her own major in Italian, and her plans after graduation.
Because I'm a double major in Italian studies and music. And so my senior recital was on jazz as a tool of social protest for African Americans. So Nina Simone stuff, Billie Holiday, Louis Armstrong, and then some covers by Herbie Hancock.
Oh.
Which was, wow. Yeah, really cool.
So you're actually majoring in Italian studies?
Yeah. Had to create the major, of course.
Right, because I didn't think there was a major in
there's
Italian
not.
studies. So how did that work?
There's a person who graduated, I think, last year who majored in Italian studies, so created his own major through interdisciplinary studies.
Right.
So I talked to him a little bit about it and then decided that I would do the same since I've been very active in the Italian department since I've been here. So, it was just a matter of going to the Charles Center and getting all the paperwork filled out, and it wasn't the easiest thing in the world. It would be really great if William & Mary had an Italian studies major, but definitely worthwhile.
So did you have an advisor set things up and say this is a legitimate major?
Yeah, Professor Federese is my advisor. I kind of just took what I had done and added some other courses, like history courses, and basically by the time I had declared my major, I had already taken like all of the Italian language classes that were offered. So those were already in there, and then you have to get an equal or greater amount from, you have to have an equal or greater amount from like other departments besides the modern language department, which isn't the easiest thing in the world since Italian studies, most of my courses are coming from here, but I had a lot of LCST courses and music courses and government and then history as well, and Professor Federese and I kind of went over that and made sure it was comprehensive, and then as I went I did a little bit of tweaking because I also went abroad and I used those courses. But it would be nice to have like a set thing.
So when you went abroad, did you go abroad in your junior year?
Yeah, last spring I went to Rome, which was an interesting experience, absorbing the culture, being able to travel around through the program in Italy and then outside of Italy. So that was good. It was a very good experience, eye-opening.
Now, did you do like a research project when you were there?
I actually did. I did my Monroe research project, not in conjunction with necessarily my Italian studies major, but I was researching kind of how eating disorders are in different countries and doing like a personal narrative based on my experiences in recovery abroad, and then when I got back home, and then before I went abroad, and kind of tying that into the whole traveling thing. But I was very happy that I did it. I'm very active when it comes to like mental health type stuff and eating disorders on campus, and I got to present my novel. It's not fully done, but what I had done I got to present, and they actually wrote an article about featuring me for the Flat Hat on eating disorders in the campus. So I was really happy about that.
Well, hold on, you mentioned your novel. What?
Well, that was my research project. It was kind of a personal narrative / novel. Professor Angelini was actually my advisor for my Monroe. And that encompassed the research that I did through my time in Italy and then after and before. And I wrote about it. I wrote about my experiences, and that was and then doing that plus a metacognition was the bulk of my Monroe project. And then I presented it. It's like I said, it's not done because I really need to be more detached from the recovery situation in order to, I think, get a better perspective on everything. But I was happy that I did it. It was a lot of work, hard work, but it was very good. It was a good experience.
What are your plans for after you graduate?
I'm doing Teach for America. I'm very excited in Philadelphia. I'm from Philadelphia, so I kind of experienced the poverty line there. I lived in the suburbs, and the school districts are great out there, and public school districts. And then you cross a line literally into Philadelphia, and you cross a line into like from the richest section of the main line into the poorest sections of Philadelphia. And it's something I was always acutely aware of, and I really felt strongly about and tried to do what I could when I was in high school. But I'm really excited to go back there and teach and get my hands dirty in that, in that realm of Philadelphia, because they need people, and I think I have the opportunity to give back and give what I've learned and what I've experienced, and I think it would almost be a waste if I didn't give back. So I'm really looking forward to doing that.